Welcome back to Omni Garage. So today we have got a big video in store for you guys. Glenn and I are kind of excited to put this project to rest. We're also not really that excited to film it because man, it's going to take all day. And it is cold here and it looks like it's going to get sunny and hot. So anyway, what I've got behind us is 9 rinseless washes that Glenn and I have tested basically for, I don't know, how long? 6 months?
Probably longer than that. I'd say we've been accumulating over the last 12 months.
Every single bottle behind me has got enough in it for one last rinseless wash. So that shows you that we've actually used these products. We've got 4 gallons of water in each of these buckets and we're going to do the typical 256:1 dilution. I've got 2 brand new DIY detail sponges, which these are going to be used as our control. And I've got the same sprayer in all of these bottles, and what we're going to do is we're going to test out these rinseless washes, and Glenn and I want to find out which rinseless wash we like, because I told him the other day I need to buy some more rinseless wash and I want to go ahead and buy the one that we like the most in a big gallon, and that's what we're going to continue to use. And so to do that we have to go through and test this out so that we can blow a whole heap of cash on the rinseless wash we like.
So just quickly running along what we're going to be testing today, we've got Rapid Rinseless Wash from Koch Chemie there. We have FinLab Pure Rinseless V3. We've got Armour Detail Supply Hero. We'll be testing the latest iteration that came out in February of this year. We've got the Optimum product, which is Wash and Shine, so O&R, kind of the old school product.
And I understand that O&R have actually brought out a new product, so a new release, so we are testing the old one because I can't get my hands on the new one.
HydroSave by Labo Cosmetica. Then we've got Iconic Rinseless, something that could be very, very difficult to get your hands on, if at all, but we've got that in the test.
Because that was a limited release, I don't actually know if that's available anymore.
Then we've got the DIY Detail. We have the Rinseless Wash V2 right there. Special bottle, signed by Ivan LaCroix as well on the left.
Next to it is the original, and so that's why we've got that there.
We've got the Detail Co. Rinseless product. And then last but not least, we've got the Clean by Pan the Organizer Rinseless Wash. Now ignore the labels on all of the spray bottles that we've got hanging out of the buckets. We had to go and source all of these empty spray bottles early this morning to make sure we had enough to do this test. And we have filled every bucket here with 4 gallons of water. So didn't quite have enough from our Yeti bucket collection. We brought out some of the old school Maguires, but the way we've got these set up is 4 gallons in every bucket. And then we're going to go and dilute our product and then dunk.
And all those sprayers are the same. They're all a Talco sprayer so that we get the same spray pattern and hopefully the same amount of product delivered in each sort of spray.
So we're going to go and mix up all of our solutions here. And then the test subject today is going to be the Range Rover Sport. We'll pull that out and we'll get started on our test.
So because we have the 4 gallons of water at a 256:1 dilution, that's 1 ounce per gallon of water. So we're going to do, is that right? 1 ounce to 2 gallons of water. So we're going to do 2 ounces to our 4 gallons of water. Yeah, look at that math. I was actually quite good at math, were you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind math.
Don't you do math all day?
Nah.
Aren't you like some big math guru?
Nah, it's not me. So we're just going to go through and mix up all of these buckets. It's an interesting looking one. I think there's a couple of products that go real milky and like hazy like that.
Well, that's because they're probably like a hybrid, like a polymer mix, right? This one's actually quite nice because it's got its own little measuring system.
It does.
This one's going to go milky as well.
So we've got all 9 buckets all loaded up. We just have to give these a mix now, and then we'll go and fill our spray bottles and we can get started on the test.
So now we're going to move on to the one dunk test. Is that how we say it? The one dunk test.
The one dunk test.
I'm going to put all these microfibers into their solution. These are all clean, brand new microfibers straight out of that bag over there. I had 8 full microfibers, and to make the 9th I had to cut one of them in half. So what we're going to do is we're going to let these soak into their respectable rinseless washes. Then I'm going to go onto the dirty part of the car. I'm going to wipe the microfiber, get a whole heap of dirt and grime on there. Then I'm going to put them into their rinseless solutions, do one dunk, wring them out, and we'll see which one cleans the microfiber the best. So the whole reason of a one dunk test is that when I've got my wash meter and I've cleaned the dirty panel, I've got all that dirt and grime into the wash media, I want to be able to dunk it into my rinseless solution, and I want that rinseless solution to pull all the dirt and grime out of the wash media, so that I then have a clean sponge or a clean microfiber to go on and then do the next panel that needs to be cleaned. And so what's really important is that the Rinseless Wash is able to pull that dirt and grime out. And so what we're going to do is we're going to test here to see which one does it the best, so that we have the cleanest possible surface to then clean the next bit of the panel. And so that's the whole idea here. This has been tested quite heavily, and this is always part of someone's Rinseless Wash testing. And we sort of term this the one dunk test by Eddie Cologne, because he's the one dunk king. And so let's crack into it.
We'll show you on the first microfiber how we're going to go and pick that dirt up and how dirty it's going to be. We're not going to show you for all 9 buckets. We're obviously going to show you the results of all 9 buckets, but keep in mind we will try and keep this as fair as possible, getting the same level of dirt across each of the microfiber towels.
I think we do show them the dirt when I rub it all off.
Oh, absolutely, when you're rubbing it off, but we're not going to show you the rub on of the dirt on 9 buckets. I won't keep you guys around for too long. You guys want to see the results, not the process of getting the dirt. We're just showing you the level of dirt that we've got on the towel, and we're going to get that hopefully across all of the towels.
All right. So I've gone and got each of those microfibers, and I've put it in the garden there. Sort of dug a little patch there, and I've done the best I can to get this as dirty as possible and as fair as I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick each of the microfibers up, dunk them in the buckets, come through, and then I'm going to wring them out and lay them out in front, and we'll see which one has cleaned the best, and that's what we're going to term our one dunk test. You ready, sir?
Ready, let's do it. One dunk.
I'm going to do it face down, okay?
Okay.
So it's kind of a one dunk soak.
Or one dunk soak, okay. As long as we keep it moving at the same pace, they'll all get equal dwell time. All right, head back to the end, give it your little dunk, pull it out, lay it down. Oh, you're not doing the reveal till the end?
Nah, keep them waiting. You reckon this is fair?
I think this is fair.
All right. Ready for the reveal.
Big reveal, yeah, let's keep it as a continuous clip. You're gonna hold it up to the camera.
Hold up to the camera.
Rapid rinseless wash. This is FinLab.
Do you think we went too handy on it?
Maybe. Hero. And this is O&R.
Maybe we were too aggressive on the dirt.
We might have been, but we'll be able to see which of them still cleans the best. I just have. You put a hole through it. You did go very aggressive. Iconic. Wow, okay.
Bit better?
Bit better. DIY detail. Pretty good as well.
Pretty good.
Detail Co. Nemesis. And then finally we've got Clean by Pan. Pretty reasonable as well. I mean, look, I think looking at these, yes, we did go very, very heavy on the dirt, but I think that there is an element of necessity in that, because if you go really light, well, all of them will probably pull it out. So this really goes to show which of them have done a better job at pulling the dirt out of the towels. And I mean, if I'm actually having a look along here, I have a clear winner, and my clear winner is Iconic Rinseless.
Yes, I agree with you.
That there has come out far, far cleaner than For instance, if we move 2 doors left here and have a look at the O&R product.
I think Hero's up there as well.
Yeah, I think Hero there.
This is also subjective as well.
Pretty much on par with like the DIY detail. That one also looks relatively clean. You put that next door to Nemesis there, and I think the one on the left, which is DIY, is cleaner. But I mean, I think if you look at this, it is iconic as a clear winner in this test. And this is subjective to, did we get the same amount of dirt on all of the towels? I think that we got pretty close. And then I think that will be closely followed up by Hero.
Should I do it again and see if we get a different result? So just to help tease out some that are quite close, I'm going to put them back and I'm going to do exactly the same thing again, just for a second round.
And this is just a one dunk again. So there's no human washing machine going on. It's just in the bucket. We're going to get to the end of the line and then out of the bucket again. So we're going to pull them all out of the bucket. Ben's going to show them on the fly here though. We're not going to do a mystery reveal. Lay it out on the ground. The Rapid Rinseless. Got the FinLab. Armour Detail Hero. Optimum O&R. Labo Cosmetica HydroSave.
Definitely is the worst, isn't it?
And then we've got the iconic collaboration product, Detail Co. DIY Detail. DIY Detail V2. We've got Detail Co. Nemesis Rinseless. And then we've got Clean by Pan Rinseless.
There we are.
So I think looking at this test again here, if you go along the line, I think we've got some clear winners again. Rapid Rinseless actually did a pretty reasonable job on that second turnaround, but I think if you look at it, it's Armour Detail Hero, which is this one here. Optimum, no sorry, not Optimum, Iconic Rinseless did a fantastic job again. DIY Detail on that second wipe did pretty reasonable. Slightly better than the Detail Co product on the right. And then the Clean by Pan product also performed reasonably well on the far right. But I think standing back looking at these, Iconic Rinseless there and Armour Detail Hero will be the two winners. What about you?
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think Optimum came second to last, and I think HydroSave came last.
Yep. So it's HydroSave right there, and then Optimum is on its left.
We've put these in some sort of order. So up the front here we have some of the best cleaners, and then we come down here in the middle, we've got some of the okay ones, and then down the end there we've got the worst performers. And so these are in some sort of order. I mean, you could argue each one sort of side by side and pick where you want it to go, but that's roughly how we've categorized it. Some good cleaners, some average cleaners, and some real poor ones. And so I mean, there's a real clear sort of scale. You can see that definitely up here has done the best cleaning and down there's done the worst. And so that's some sort of order that we think, but this is all our opinion really.